Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing my first November daily process video with you. This is from days 1 through 8. Full disclosure, this is the third time I've done the audio for this video. I don't know, my phone just keeps crashing, and so I'm really hoping that it works this time. If you saw my intro video for the album, or my supplies, or my October album, you'll know that I made my own traveler's notebook inserts for this project. You can find linked below the tutorial by Dearly Dee, which is what I used, and the only difference is that I use scrapbook paper all the way through, making two notebooks rather than using typing paper in the middle. So I'm trying to keep this album a little bit more minimal than the first album that I did, my October album, just to kind of keep it light and airy and focusing on the subject, which I've decided is mostly just gratitude at this point. I'm not going to talk so much about individual days and what I did on those days so much as what I was grateful for on a given day. So you'll notice that right away probably that it's just going to be a little bit cleaner looking, which is okay. I had a lot of fun in October, kind of like trying out the size and the style and everything, and I think it's going to be fun this time just to try something different. So on the first day here, I just have a picture of the sunrise, and it was just really beautiful that day, and I am fortunate to have a nice view from my current office. I'm getting ready to move offices, so I probably won't anymore here in not too long, but I'm enjoying it while I can. I'm using copper washi tape at the bottom and these copper stickers from Target that say hello fall. You may have noticed that it ripped there when I took it off, but I was able to line it back up when I stuck it down, no problem. And these tags are also from Target. I left the top open when I stuck it down, so that way I can use my tag for journaling and just kind of stick it in there. I haven't figured out what I want to do for twine or ribbon yet for the tag, but I'm just going to leave it for now until I figure out what I want to do. I decided not to do the date on these pages and to only do the day of the week or the number associated with the day. So I was wanting to use my copper ink that I bought for the project, but I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it stamped really like rusty red, and I just didn't really want to mess with it on the very first page and risk messing it up right away. So I decided to go ahead and look elsewhere within my stash for a different way to represent the number. I have these copper paper clips from TJ Maxx, which fits well in the pocket, but then the tag doesn't work as well, so I decided ultimately not to use it. But that's okay, I'll keep that in mind for a different page, that it'll work in a pocket really well. I clean off this stamp, and then I decide to keep looking through stickers and things to see what will work best for adding the number to that page. I end up spelling out 1 with Kelly Purkey's White Alpha, which should surprise no one at this point. It's almost Black Friday, and so I'm excited to be looking out for a sale on those soon again, so I can restock. I officially started my last page, as far as the E's go at least. And so I'm just looking for a few embellishments, because while I want to keep it simple, I do want to make sure to include some color, some neutral, and some copper on each page if I can. So I'm using just some elements from my stash, trying to figure out the best way to add those pinks and reds to this page. I've started a new video here, and I am just decorating the tag with some scraps of paper from making my traveler's notebook. I really like this dark red color. It's one of the 1 Canoe 2 papers, and I'm using this Jasmine Jones word and phrase sticker from Studio Calico to just add some words to the front, and then a little heart as well. I'm just looking for a way to add color here, and I decide on the enamel dots from the 1 Canoe 2 Creekside collection. I love the little plus signs. They're just really cute, and I feel like I'm probably going to run out more quickly than I will of some other things in my stash. I'm just doing my journaling on the tag here. My cat is really spazzing out right now. He's just running around. Yep, so just finishing up that tag, I used some marble copper washi tape on the back side just to kind of fill in that gap when I was done writing. And it's really going to be kept pretty simple at this point. I think I add one more enamel dot here just to round it out a little bit, and then I am really happy with how it's looking. So day 2, I have this really great Pinecone paper from an old messy box, and it was a day that one of my favorite musicians came out with a new single, and we had seen him in concert in October, and he played some new songs, and then this one came out as a single so we could listen to it online finally, and I was just really excited. So that was sort of my thing for the day that I was very grateful about. And so I just took a screenshot of the song playing on my phone, and just figured that would be enough for that particular day. So I just matted it on some different paper that I had a scrap of, and I have this sticker from Jasmine Jones again that says finally, because I had been sort of waiting for this to come out. And then I'm using the Purkey Alpha again to spell out new music here. And I like that continues to add white to colorful spaces so they're not too overwhelming. I am going to embellish this piece a little bit, mostly because I don't have any copper on this page yet, and also I'm kind of left with an awkward amount of blank space once I finish putting the letters down. So I'm just trying to sort of combat that by adding in some little stickers and things here and there. So I feel like that looks pretty good, and it keeps the bottom of the page from being too empty, which I like. And if you saw my supply video that I posted last week, you'll have seen that a lot of the things I'm using are from One Canoe 2's Creekside collection, because it does have that dark red and some pinks in it that work well with the color scheme I'm using right now. So I added just a little heart from one of their sticker sheets, and then I'm going to add some copper washi tape at the bottom to get that copper in, and I just got those at Hobby Lobby. And I'm just extra securing the edge because it was kind of crazy. It was flipping up on me. And then I'm adding this Cork number from an old messy box at the top. And I'll show the photos at the end of this video, which is good because during this particular page, my my video stopped working. So I don't have the full video to show you, but I will talk about it in the pictures. But basically my idea is to leave the top of this page white and then put the photo almost at the bottom, but use some scraps from my traveler's notebook to sort of make a layered, colorful area at the bottom and kind of carry that color across from the next page. So I just took my photo down so I know exactly how much scraps I'll need, how many scraps I'll need. And I'm just kind of trimming off the awkward edge there. That one is just a tear strip, and the other two are actual scraps from cutting down the papers. And I'm pretty sure that I don't take a video of the next page, so I'll briefly talk about it when the picture comes up, but it wasn't too exciting. It's one of, I don't know, I'm not as happy with how it turned out, so it's alright. So yes, we will finish looking at that in a little bit, but now I'm moving on to day 7. I have another white piece of paper there, and so I'm wanting to add color in the background right away to keep it from being too neutral. So I'm pulling out all the same size pieces from the Traveler's Notebook scraps to get a good idea of what I have to use. I'm using this Purkey Pretzels stamp, which was in her New York City stamp set, because on this day we went to the mall and we had soft pretzels, which is just one of my favorite treats, and it had been sounding good for quite a while, so we went to the mall on that day and kind of did some Christmas shopping and things like that. But it was just one of those days where, you know, it's okay to be grateful about a super tiny thing, and I think that that's fun that, you know, this type of album allows you to talk about something so small without having to talk about it too much. So I've punched all these papers with my 1.5-inch circle punch, and I'm not completely sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm looking through because I'm missing one of the papers when I punched these out. And I figure even if I don't use all of them, having circle punch pieces lying around is okay, because they're really great for stamping circular stamps in, because I think it's very hard for me personally to cut circular stamps out when I'm done with them. So I think that they'll be really easy to use in other spots if I don't use them all on this page. So I've cut down the copper foil heart paper to sort of make sort of a band through the middle of this page, and I'm going to stamp my pretzel with brown ink on a couple different circles just to kind of see how they look. Again, I'm wanting to add color, especially since the next page is the wood grain, so it's already pretty neutral. And I do like how it stamps on the wood grain a lot, but again, since I'm adding the color, I choose the pink, the light pink scrap. And I'm looking for even more color because it's still pretty white, so I'm looking back through my scraps again, and I decided on this dark red scrap, which I've already used a lot in this album, so I'm wondering if that's something I will run out of, in addition to the plus sign enamel dots. So yeah, I just stick it down and then put my pretzel in the middle there, and I like how it sort of divides up the page and draws your eye right to the middle and has sort of a nice layering effect. And then I'm just wanting to add the number to the page, and I'm just kind of looking through some different options and also looking through some ephemera. And I decided to use this old Amy Tangerine 5, and I think that looks really nice. And then I'm using a copper enamel dot from Heidi Swapp. And that's pretty much it, and I love how simple it turned out, but I just think it's a really fun little page. So it was just a fun experiment to play with that, and I really love how it turned out. And the next page, I'm thinking about the walks that Casey and I take at work every day, and it's just a nice way to break up the work day, but also get outside a little bit more. I have really low heat tolerance and sun tolerance, so this time of year it's finally the right weather for me to go out and be outside, and I've just been really grateful for that this year. Excuse me. So I'm using the red paper again, just as a side border scrap. And I added this One Canoe 2 word sticker, but I don't quite like the way that it looks, so I'm going to end up moving it later. I'm also looking at how I can add some of the metallic to this page, so I decided to use some washi tape over the strip there because I like the way a double layer looks for a border. And I think that looks really nice, so I switch out the award now for some more of the Jasmine Jones Studio Calico stickers. And I really like those, especially since so many of them are fall themed. They also have a little bit of a different look because she does them hand lettered instead of, you know, just like a typed font. I just think they're really pretty. I now want everything that she makes for Studio Calico because it's beautiful. And I definitely ended up buying one of Ali Edwards' December Daily kits, even though I already have December Daily things, because she did the lettering for it, and it's so beautiful. So I think I'll probably just use it in my normal 2017 album, but man, I just love her lettering. So on day 7, I found this quote and I just thought that it was really nice, and I didn't have anything specific I wanted to show on that day, so I spared you all the long process of the lettering, and now I'm just adding some embellishments. So I'm using the puffy floral stickers from One Canoe 2's Hazelwood collection, and I've been wanting to use the pink ones for a while, but I always end up choosing the mint. So this was really nice that I actually got to use the pink ones this time, because it worked so well with the color scheme for the album. And I like how that turned out. For the next page, I have a picture of me and Casey, and we've just been going through a pretty hard month with some family things that are going on, and he's always very patient and helpful, and he's always been a wonderful partner, but I think that it's just extra appreciated right now because we've just been going through so much, and so, you know, I've just been really grateful for him throughout this month and this process, and I just wanted to kind of share that on this page with this picture of the two of us that I really like. It was a really beautiful sunny day, but it was nice and cool too. So I'm just trying to decide where I want to place that photo. Oh, and I realized I never put the number on the 7th page, so I just lettered it real quick in the bottom corner and decided to put the photo at the top on the next page. It's feeling a little bit busy and colorful, so I decided to add this scrap of gridded white paper to the bottom, and then I'm looking through my Studio Calico gray and foil word and phrase stickers, and I've been avoiding gold because I'm trying to do a lot of copper, but these had some fall phrases, and so I wanted to go ahead and give myself the option of using them. And then I'm just wanting some small embellishments, so I go back to the Enamel Dot plus signs that I'm definitely going to be running out of now. But I really like how it looks. And again, kind of like the second page, I don't want the bottom to be blank, so I'm going to add something to it later, but I don't think that I capture that in the video here. And I just add that 8. So I think that looks really nice. I'm so happy with how these pages turned out. I'm really hoping that my phone does not crash during this audio again, because this is about where it keeps happening. But I'm really happy with these pages and this album. It's a lot cleaner, but I really like it. Here's the page that the video cut out, so I added the leaf and the cork number and an enamel dot, and I think that it just has a really nice texture. I didn't show that page at all. I'm not super excited about it, but that's okay. You can't be excited about every single thing that you make. I love how the pretzel page turned out. It's very simple, but I think the layering is just really satisfying. And I've been able to use up some things that have been sitting around for a while, which always makes me happy. Yeah, so I think that really this project has been fun so far, and it's going very quickly since it's a little more minimal. So I think I should be able to keep up with this at a fair clip and then be ready to do December. So let me know what you guys think of these pages, if you've done anything like this before, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.